and welcome to my NFL draft grades for the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about Manzoor Delane at pick number 6. The Chiefs are confident Delane can be a star defender, the player expected to replace All-Pro cornerback Trent McDuffie, who was traded 7 weeks ago to the Los Angeles Rams, who will have to perform quickly to meet such expectations, especially since the Chiefs moved from the 9th pick to the 6th pick. If anyone can develop young defensive backs, it's longtime defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, who has helped plenty of players: McDuffie, cornerbacks Jalen Watson, L'Jarius Sneed, and safeties Brian Cook and Juan Thornhill. Last season, Delane surrendered a completion percentage of 27.8, which was third best in college football. This is the one reason the Chiefs believe he can be an excellent coverage cornerback, whether it be in man-to-man or zone responsibilities. When the ball did arrive in his area last season, Delane contested 67% of his targets, meaning he was within arm's reach of the ball. To be tied for the second highest in the SEC as a rookie, Delane will be asked by Spagnuolo to cover some of the league's top wide receivers. Now, similar to star cornerbacks in the past, Delane has plenty of confidence. He appreciated the Chiefs willing to move up to acquire him. Delane, 22, is an older prospect than the Chiefs usually take in the first round, but he's a mature prospect who should be ready to be a starter opening day of the 2026 season. They wanted to keep it quiet, Delane said of the Chiefs on draft night. They made the best move in the draft. I give this grade a B+. Now, I wanted a pass rusher, Ruben Bain Jr. He had the character issues, the accident off the field. David Bailey didn't slip to them. The pass rusher was the number one need, and they get Manzoor Delane, the cornerback out of LSU. I'm definitely not mad about this. Delane can come in and start right away. I don't think he's Jalen Ramsey or Sauce Gardner, but he can be exactly what Trent McDuffie was, a shutdown corner who can stop the run. At pick number 29, the Chiefs took Peter Woods, the defensive tackle from Clemson. Now the Chiefs were wise to make this move, especially when they didn't have a reliable option in the rotation for their defensive line. Many analysts believe Woods can improve throughout his rookie contract, and the Chiefs appear to agree. With star defensive lineman Chris Jones entering age 32, Woods should find a willing mentor in the Chiefs' best defensive player. Woods should see plenty of playing time in his rookie season. Will he start? The answer is no. The Chiefs don't need Woods to be an immediate starter, especially with Jones and Tonga atop the depth chart. A successful rookie campaign for Woods would be if he can improve throughout the season and become a reliable contributor within the rotation, which should allow Jones not to be on the field all the time. The Chiefs hope Woods will help the defense be more effective rushing the quarterback on third down. Woods has the athleticism to win his one-on-one matchups alongside Jones, who often sees double teams on third and long snaps. Just like in 2022 when the Chiefs had 2 first-round picks, Thursday night was the second in the franchise's history that the team selected multiple defenders in the opening round. In 2022, they selected Trent McDuffie and Karlaftis. The duo helped the Chiefs win 2 consecutive Super Bowls. This year, Veach followed the similar path with Delane and Woods, as both prospects should play significant snaps as rookies. And I thought Lemieux was their first option. And once the Patriots took him, they had to go with the best available player. It was Peter Woods. He had a great 2024. The production fell off in 2025. Nobody knows why. But Peter Woods has a high motor. He's going to come in right away. He could be an effective pass rusher. Needs to work on playing the run and his assignments as well. He's going to get with Chris Jones and only get better. So I give this grade a B- just because once the Chiefs grabbed a cornerback, the defensive end wasn't going to be available. I felt like they could have traded up and got Lemieux, but the Patriots jumped in front of him and got the right tackle. At pick number 40 in round 2, the Chiefs selected R. Mason Thomas, the edge rusher out of Oklahoma. Thomas is quite a gamble, given he is undersized, listed at 6'2", 241 pounds. The Chiefs are hoping Thomas's quick first step can translate to the NFL to generate a consistent pass rush from the edge. Now, lingering issues for Thomas include a series of injuries in college, a hamstring, both ankles, and a quad. As a rookie, Thomas will likely see rotation snaps alongside Ashton Gelati and Felix Anduke. As a second-team All-American, Thomas collected 9 sacks in just 10 games last season, beating linemen with quickness and strength. In selecting Thomas, the Chiefs used their first 3 picks on defense for the first time since 2018. Kansas City is optimistic Thomas' relentless motor to get to the quarterback will be a staple throughout his pro career. The Chiefs were desperate for pass rush help, and I believe they drafted him to be a third down rushing specialist early on in his career. Can he be a starter in the NFL? I don't know, just because of that size, but I do know on 3rd and 8, R. Mason Thomas is going to be causing havoc in the backfield for quarterbacks in the AFC West. This pick, I'm going to give them a C+, just because Thomas is going to see the field only probably 1 down a series. Is going to be on the field a lot, but the Chiefs, again, they were desperate for pass rush help, and they go with R. Mason Thomas, someone they know that he can get to the quarterback. At pick number 109, the Chiefs took Jadon Kennedy, a safety from Oregon. Kennedy is a perfect candidate to compete for the starting nickel role in the secondary for Spagnuolo. Kennedy, who has the ball skills, demonstrated throughout his college career that he can be a quality cover man in the middle of the field who is more than willing to make an impressive tackle as well. You got to be willing to tackle if you're a corner or defensive back for Steve Spagnuolo. Anyone else than Shamari Connor covering in that slot position, Jadon Kennedy is going to come in and start right away. I give this grade a B+ for the Chiefs. At pick number 109, they grabbed the safety out of Oregon. At pick number 161, the Chiefs grabbed running back Emmett Johnson from Nebraska. Now, Johnson has plenty of burst and showed a quality dynamic ability last season, recording 15 total touchdowns and 1,821 yards in all-purpose yards. The early role for Johnson might be as a third down back. Considering he collected 85 receptions the past 2 years, perhaps Andy Reid can call a screenplay or 2 for him early in the season. Earlier this offseason, Reid and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy hired DeMarco Murray as the new running backs coach. Johnson will be the first player Murray can develop. I like this pick. I give this grade an A-. Take a little pressure off K9 on 3rd down. The Chiefs also have Brashard Smith, a former wide receiver as well. The running back room is getting deep. They also signed DeMarcado as well. I don't think he's going to make this roster. Emmett Johnson is going to be the backup running back to Kenneth Walker in 2026, and he's dangerous on screenplays. I give this grade an A-. Someone that can definitely take some pressure off Kenneth Walker and is going to be the backup running back. The Chiefs had 2 picks in the 5th round. At pick number 176, they grabbed Cyrus Allen, the wide receiver out of Cincinnati. Known for his energy and production in the middle of the field, Allen would be expected to compete to make the Chiefs roster as a slot guy and on special teams. After a disappointing season in 2024 at Texas A&M, Allen had his best season as a senior at Cincinnati, recording 13 receiving touchdowns for the school's single-season record. The Chiefs will be banking on Allen being a capable option as a returner. Now, I give this grade a C. I did not like this wide receiver just because the Chiefs have a bunch of small guys already. Now, this grade can go up to a B if he's a really good returner. And I don't think the Chiefs have had a good returner in a long time. Nico Remigio isn't it. Dave Toub is a terrible special teams coach. I think the rules have caught up to him. The Chiefs haven't had a return for a touchdown since 2020. Hopefully, Cyrus Allen can step in, be the kick returner or punt returner for this Chiefs team and get them a touchdown on special teams. In round 7, at pick number 245, the Chiefs took Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback from LSU. When healthy, Nussmeier has quality talent, potentially could be Patrick Mahomes' backup of the future. For this upcoming season, Mahomes' backup will be 5-year veteran Justin Fields, but Fields is only under contract for 1 season, which could give Nussmeier plenty of time to develop into a backup role for the 2027 season. At LSU, Nussmeier had memorable moments. His strong arm makes him capable of one day operating a pro-style offense. Now, last season wasn't great for Nussmeier. It turned out he was injured. He had a cyst on his back. He's going to get that operated on. 2024, he was one of the best passers in the nation. I think he can get back to that. This is a guy that has played in a ton of games in college. He's 24 years old. I think in 2027, he'll step in and be the backup for Patrick Mahomes. This could potentially be one of the biggest steals in the draft. It almost reminds you of Brock Purdy when he came out. And Andy Reid is a quarterback whisperer, just like Kyle Shanahan is with the 49ers. Garrett Nussmeier could be trade value for the Chiefs in the future. I know they're going to do that with Delane. When they grab cornerbacks, they don't usually pay them. I think Delane plays 4 years with the Chiefs, and then they trade him, do exactly what they did with Trent McDuffie. Garrett Nussmeier, you're going to see him get a ton of time with Justin Fields. I'm sure they're going to each have a half in these preseason games. We're not going to see Patrick Mahomes probably have some drills on his own in training camp. For this draft, I give the Chiefs a solid B. They didn't get their pass rusher that's going to be a starter of the future for the next 10 years. They didn't get a right tackle. Jalen Moore is going to be the right tackle starting. I'm not a big fan of him, just from what I saw last year when he had to come in for injuries. This Chiefs team could struggle next year. I got them picked to come in third in the AFC West. I got the Broncos winning this division. I got the Chargers coming in second. The Chiefs coming in third, and the Raiders coming in fourth. I think with Mahomes' injury, him coming possibly back between week 6 and week 8, the Chiefs will be 1-5 by then. And who knows, maybe the Chiefs hold Mahomes out for this whole season. He said that he wants to be ready for week 1, but Pat needs to think about playing the next 10 years of his career and not just thinking about 2026. So for this draft, I give the Chiefs a solid B. Their defense definitely got better with the secondary. Grabbing, Delane with that first pick. They traded up, gave up a third-round pick. I didn't like seeing that, but they got Peter Woods as well. Now they got the two best players at their position. Mansour Delane was the best cornerback in this draft. Can Peter Woods be what Chris Jones is? It's possible, but the stats just don't say it on paper for when he played at Clemson. There wasn't a lot of production, when you want to draft a guy in the first round like that, you want to see some tackles for loss on tape. Too many times he was getting pushed back by centers and guards, so I hope that changes. R. Mason Thomas is not a starter full-time on defense, but he is a guy that's going to come in on third down in passing situations. Jadon Kennedy is someone that is going to step in for Shamari Connor, who's been terrible in that slot position. I'm okay with this pick. Love the Emmett Johnson pick. He's going to help the Chiefs a lot on offense this year. Cyrus Allen, a guy that's going to help out on special teams. Hopefully he can be the Chiefs' number 1 returner. Garrett Nussmeier, potentially be the backup for Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully he can get healthy and fix whatever's wrong with him right now. So guys, I give the Chiefs a solid B for this draft. Appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you.